Can you still operate the wheelchair wrap if the bus isn't lowered?
Yes. It'll just be a
Yeah,
greater
I
angle,
understand.
a little harder for you to get the, they usually have small wheels on the front of those, wheelchairs, right?
Yeah.
They're special, it's not your normal everyday
They
wheelchair.
have several kinds, but most common is, yeah.
This is your panel to the left of the driver. You have your parking brake control, your emergency brake release valve. So let's say the emergency brake will automatically engage at what, 60? If it gets below 60 PSI?
55.
55?
45 to 20. You talking about the spring break, right?
Uh-huh,
45 to 20.
45 to 20.
Yo,
20 is a little low to me.
It depends
It
on
can
the,
pop
I think it
anywhere
depends
between
on the
45
Probably
bus.
to
45.
Might be different.
So
on
I
the
don't
bus.
remember, and from company to company, it changes just a little bit. By law, in California, I think it's, the lowest is 20, 25. But I don't like it at 20, 25, because that doesn't leave you very much air pressure. And, but if you still have a little bit of the reserves, the air brake will come on. What you can do, if you need to move the bus, just hold this button down with your hand, just hold it, press and hold it. And if the bus is still powered, you can move the bus out of the way. And so it's really nice. I've used it quite a few times. And, this is your door switch, and it's pretty normal, I think, from what the other drivers were telling me from your other doors. The hazard warning lamp switch here, your speaker select, so you have inside, outside, and then both in the middle. So you can use the speakers, and you have a microphone right there to where you can use it. The mirrors are heated, so you have a heater switch here to turn those on, turn that heaters on. SOS switch, this one here. In this picture here, your very first bus, it had a black one. It's red now on the newer ones. That is, you toggle that switch to, and all the outside signage will say emergency, call 911. So let's say the bus is getting hijacked or something. It's just a way to it's silent, doesn't set an alarm off inside the bus. They were telling me that it's going to be tied into the local police here at LAX to where they'll get a signal that one of the buses has an emergency.
Now, real quick, the older buses, in order to shut that off, we had
You have
to.
you have to turn it off and turn the 24-volt off.
Okay, so same thing with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thinking on that is that
I
if the
understand.
hijacker sees that that's toggled, the only way he can do it is he has to get off the bus,
Right.
or somebody has to get off the
No, I
bus.
understand.
So, let's see, street side mirrors, curbside mirror. This is your Amerex fire button. So the bus has a system on it that automatically will put agent into the battery areas or in the rear propulsion area. And it's not in any of the passenger areas or driver's area. It's only in those closed areas. And there's sensors, hundreds and hundreds of sensors, to see if there's a fire there. If it senses that it is, it's going to automatically deploy agents. It's just a big fire extinguisher system. It is only a suppression system. So if there's a fire in the batteries, or the battery is having a thermal runaway inside it, it is not going to contain that fire. It is only going to suppress it long enough for you to get the people off the bus. If the suppression system goes off, it is going to disable the bus from being able to be driven. And so, and even turning the interlock on, from my understanding, is not going to enable you to drive it. But with that in mind here, the reason why there's a fire button is because any system, as I said before, any system can fail. This is just a fail safe here. There's going to be a pin there, and you have to pull that pin just like on a fire extinguisher, and then you press that button. And I've seen about 5 or 6 of them go off, and just on accident.
Huh.
So not a pretty sight. Dust everywhere.
Yeah.
So yes, sir.
Oh, no,
Oh
no.
no, I thought both of you had your hands. So, there's a power outlet. This is like a cigarette lighter on the inside of it. It's just the whole. There is a USB port to the right of the driver's area on the dashboard. 2 ports for it. So that's nice. Power override. This is the one I was talking about. It gives you 60 seconds. If on the dash it says that it's going to shut down in 60 seconds, you toggle this one here. It's going to give you another 60 seconds. You have to keep hitting it. until you get to the bus stop. Door control. So it says street and curb. So when you open the doors, if it's set to the curb side, it's gonna open the right-hand side. If it's set to the street side, it's gonna open the left-hand side. Does that make sense?
Yeah, can you open
So-
both at the same time?
No. Not at
Why
this
not?
time. I know, the drivers were
Allow it.
talking to me yesterday about it. Oh, we wanna open them all up, but what if there's an emergency? I said, well, there's those emergency releases valves above the door. Just use those. The nice thing here is though that if you have this open to where the rear doors are open and you wanna switch sides, you just toggle the switch and it automatically closes the one side and opens the others. So you can pretend you're on a subway. You know, they let the people off one side and let them on the other side. And so, door control, driver's fan. So just above the driver are 6 vents there, and there's no AC up in the front. And so what this does is it draws the air from the passenger area, from the compartment where the air comes out, the vent duct. It draws air from that duct there up to the front and blows it onto the driver. So it's basically the AC part of for the driver. Driver's lamp switch, interior lamp switch, and this is the master switch. So there's master, it says master run up on top. There's off, day run, night, it doesn't say night run, it has just like a light bulb or a headlight to let you know it's light run. And then the very last one is clip lights. If you're parked somewhere, it'll enable your lights to work outside.
So, real quick, I just go back to the driver's fan. So, there isn't any AC up front, so it has to be from, pull air from the rear of the coach.
Right.
So.
Now there is defrost and heat.
In the front, okay, so,
In the front.
so if we wanted air, we would have to turn it on back there in the passenger compartment. in
Well,
order to
you
get-
can turn the fan on without the AC being on.
And it'll be just a
It'll
fan.
just blow air, yeah.
Okay.
So, it actually works a lot better than what I thought it would,
Okay.
so. When I was sitting in the driver's seat the other day, the fans actually have some strength to them, so they can blow quite a bit of air if you have it on high. I had seen some other builds where I turn it on and it's just barely blowing on me. And so I had to, it was just a fault with the fan. But these blowers are really good. And you have 6 vents all right above you. So, right here, I didn't, for some reason, I skipped this, this one here. It's an exterior lamp test. So with the bus in the off mode, you flip this on, all the lights outside will turn on. And so you can do a walk around to make sure all the lights are working. And they were telling me that one of your all's buses, it has a
Self-check.
self-check. This is similar to that, but it's not checking all the systems, just the lights. So, you all are familiar with this, yeah?